elders who just kind of breathes and out rolls the story. So I want to ask you, has anyone ever felt or thought, if only I had this, if only I was more like that, if only then I could be. Anyone ever felt like that? If only. Yeah, I've got some hands. Yes. Okay. Well, I know I sometimes feel like that. C'era una volta, molto tempo fa, c'era uno scalpello, a stonecutter. And every day, this stonecutter would go down to where he worked at the mountain with his tools, the same every day. And he didn't have a lot, but he was happy with what he had. But one day, the stonecutter, he had a big order of great big stones, and he had to take them all the way to the house of un mercante, a merchant. And as he arrived at this house, it was more like a mansion actually, high on a hill with wrought iron gates. He felt a little bit nervous, kind of shuffling along to this mansion. And he saw the grasses growing green and the perfect flowers. He even peered in through the window and saw gleaming silverware. And just for a moment he thought, what would my life be like if I were him? Ah me, ah me, ah me, I wish I could be un mercante. And because he wished it, so it was true. Now he was a merchant. There he was. It was great. He had the silverware gleaming. He had every kind of food you could imagine. He could go for a walk in the gardens. He could have whatever he wanted. Whatever. But one day, the merchant heard a sound coming down from the street up in his tallest room. He looked down outside. It was a prince. And the prince was going along in the street. He had women fanning himself just like you. And the crowds were coming all around. The crowds were throbbing and thronging, just their hearts adoring this prince. And the merchant thought, I wonder what my life would be like if I were him. Ah me, ah me, ah me, I wish I could be. And because he wished it, so it was true. Now he was a prince. A prince! And he was going along in the carriage, being so beautifully fanned. He could get used to this kind of life for sure. All the beautiful women, of course, wanted to be his. And he didn't know where to look, quite frankly. But one day, the prince noticed something strange upon his arm. His dark brown skin was turning a little darker. And he looked up into the sky, bright, beaming, glowing. And he thought, who is this being? What is this being more powerful than I? Ah me, ah me, ah me, I wish I could be real sun. And because he wished it, so it was true. Feel free to join in that clip. So he was the sun. The bright, beaming sun, glowing upon all the people, turning their skin all sorts of colours, sometimes darker, sometimes pinker. And he burned down onto the ground. Flowers slowly shriveled up and fell away. Grasses turned from green to brown. There was desert everywhere. He kept on burning, burning more. And fires even raged out all around. Until suddenly there was something in the way of him and the earth. Clouds. Those gentle, misty clouds suddenly whirled across and swirled around, and suddenly the clouds were not so gentle after all. Oh me, oh me, oh me. I wish I could be living on it. And because he wished it, so it was true. Now here's the clouds, floating around, with the sun above. Everything was good. And of course, as the clouds, he rained. He rained, and he rained, and he rained. He rained quite a lot, especially in some places like England. And he kept on raining. Once more, the flowers popped their tiny heads back out of the earth. The grass grew in abundance again. But he kept on raining, and raining, and raining. Rivers turned to oceans. Landslides covered people. The water levels rose. I don't know what happened to Venice, but amongst torrential chaos, there was something calm and still. Any ideas what it was?
Yes, the mountain.
Got it, everyone. La montagne. Calm and still. Peaceful. Oh me, oh me, oh me. I wish I could be La montagne. And because he wished it, so it was true. Now it's the mountain. He kind of calmed down a bit, found the balance between the sun and the rain, and found a bit of sturdiness and weight, and he rested that way for quite some time. You know, sometimes if you've been to a mountain, they just seem to have this presence, this knowing presence. Well, that's what he became. But one day, he felt something kind of wobbling at his foot. Who is this being more powerful than I, he thought. Especially when he kind of broke off a bit. Ah me, I wish I could be a stonecutter. And because he wished it, so it was.